a whole 3-day weekend. Yay! And where did it go? I have no clue. But we did get a few things done this week. First of all, I finished paper piecing all of my owl arch bits. I made 9 of them, even if I only need 7 more. My thought is that I might want to have some empty niches to lay out, or have a mouse possibly embroidered in the corner of one. Now I just need to make the side pillars, which, if I calculated correctly, is about... Alexa, what is 9 times 12 times 2?
9 times 12 times 2 is 216.
216 inches. On Friday night, we hung out with the guild on Zoom, and I sewed and cut the 2 short borders to the Meadowlands tops, but someone was hogging the iron, making Valentine's Day cards. Now we have 2 irons, but my ironing table is about this big. And the other one is a full-size table. I ended up taking the 2 tops home, planning to iron them and sew on the last borders, but I don't know, life happened. I spent a good chunk of time planning some Nearpod lessons on American Romantics and the Transcendentalists. And then my boyfriend, who signed up about 2 days before me for the vaccine on the county website, got his appointment for yesterday, and that was a drive. I think it's the farthest I've been from home since July, when I went to Jersey to buy my sewing machine. Most of the show and tell that I have is related to the snow dyes that were not ironed for the aforementioned reasons, so you'll have to forgive us. I think they came out spectacularly. I seem to be making a lot of excuses about why I don't get as much done as I want. But then I also signed Natalie and I up for the Intermediate Guild Quilt Bee, which is about a 2 square a month commitment. And then I realized that during the first couple months of COVID, I let my Quilt of Valor membership lapse when we weren't sure if the virus was being spread on packages and fabric. It made sense. So I paid my $10 to join the Long Army. They must be hurting for quilters, because I immediately got connected with someone out of Pittsburgh, and I should have 2 tops arriving tomorrow. On top of that, the Guild announced a year-long charity quilt drive where they will keep track of how many quilts you make and give to either your favorite or a Guild-directed charity, which I think is kind of cool. They'll have some raffles and prizes throughout the year. I've got some Liberated Log Cabin squares just waiting for me to put together. Earlier, I'd made some car quilts, just the right size for a Mini Cooper, out of Jennifer's Clover All Over and some Disappearing 9 patches. I can put borders on those and call them baby quilts. I was going to auction the car quilts off to raise money for the MTTS charity, which has been feeding America. And that's Minnie Takes the States 2020, which we found out yesterday has now been completely canceled. So here's to 2022. Also, if you've never seen 1,000 Mini Coopers driving down the road, you haven't lived. Or driven your Mini on the actual Charlotte Motor Speedway. It doesn't look like it on TV, but those corners, holy cow, they are super banked. Also, I mentioned to my boyfriend on our 2016 trip that I'd be interested in getting some row-by-row blocks. And the next thing I knew, he'd plotted out every quilt store from Los Angeles to Atlanta to Detroit to Palm Springs. Yes, he's a keeper. Until next time, stay safe and stay creative.